I've been asked this question so many times. Listen, hey Mukami, thank you for the good work you're doing. Thank you. Can I ask you a question, please? Of course, anytime. I'm an environmental student and I would like to be an EIA expert practitioner. How can I go about it? Okay, and what are the requirements? Awesome. Now listen, this question I've been asked 1,001 times and I'm not tired of answering. I hope I can help somebody with this question, because myself, when I started, I didn't know what to do. I did it all by myself, just trying to connect dots. Nobody was there to tell me do this, and then after you're done with this, do this, and after you're done with this, do this, and after you're done with this, do this. And this question has raised up so many times. I've been asked so many times. People are stuck out on how to start. And the moment you've started, how then do you grow? Starting is okay. It's easy. Then after starting, how do you grow? So that is why I've dedicated this channel to just help entrepreneurs, and especially experts who are offering services, consultants, technical, professional service providers who know nothing about business. This channel is for you. I'm making these videos for you so that you can learn and see from what I've learned and from what I've learned from other people who have made it and been successful. So we come here and watch. So that is one reason you should subscribe to my channel, by the way. So I'm going to answer this question the best way I can. And if I get more points, and if I remember other points that I forgot, I'm going to come back and make another video and answer more. So let me get started on how do you go about it, or what do you need to start? That is essentially the question. One thing that you require, of course, is to be a professional in this. You require to be trained in the field of environment, which is okay, because this is already a student. Whoever is asking this question is already a student of environment. So the first qualification is that you are already there. You're already doing the first requirement. You already got it. You are either still in school, or you're done with school. I hope you are, most probably, I believe you are either out of school or in school and just about to get out of school. And that is how now you start thinking about how to look for money. So yeah, that is the first qualification. You must be trained. Trained is that you have a degree or a diploma in environmental studies, environmental science. You have a degree or qualification in any other relevant field. That is natural resource. Some is water management, forest management. Now, those courses that are relevant to the environment. All right, that is the first one, and I think you have it in this. The person asking this question is already a student, so yes, they already have the requirements. That is the first one. The other one is that you need to be registered and certified as a consultant. Like, you cannot just go outside there and offer your services and offer professional advice to people, yet you're not yet certified. So you must get your certificates. You must get certified by NEMA. And especially this question is very specific, because the person asking this question wants to practice as an EIA expert. Now, to start out as an EIA expert, then you must be licensed by NEMA. The first thing that you do is to apply for registration. You get registered. Like, you are registered expert by NEMA, and registration is one time. You apply after school. Once you have your degree certificate or diploma certificates, you have your CV very well. I have done videos on how to register. I'm going to link them somewhere up here, or it's up here somewhere. I'm going to link them up. Go and watch and see how to register. You register as an expert. And remember, when you are starting out in school, you register as an associate expert. You register yourself with NEMA. So after the registration is successful, you get a certificate of registration saying that you're already a registered expert in EIA and EA practices. After that, the other certificate or the other requirement that you need, of the legal requirement, is the EIK membership certificate. You need, before you practice, you must be a member of the Environment Institute of Kenya, and that is the body that governs that regulates the conducts of the experts. So you must also go and apply to be a member of the Environmental Institute of Kenya. And that is, of course, if you're in Kenya. Maybe in other countries they have their own professional bodies, but in Kenya you must be a member of that. And the reason you must be a member of that is because NEMA is not going to give you a practicing license if you're not a member of the professional body. So that is why I say you need to register yourself as a member of the professional body. So those are two certificates now you have. You're registered by NEMA and you have a membership certificate for the professional body of experts. The other license that you'll need is now the practicing license. And this one is also given by NEMA. You're registered, you are a member of the professional body. Now go back to NEMA and apply for a practicing license. Now, a practicing license is what is going to show that you are a valid, a legit consultant. You are allowed to practice in the field of EIA and EA. You have been approved to do these reports. So you can go out into the field and work for somebody. But then you need to remember, if you're starting out as a student, you are an associate expert. And one of the requirements is that you must work under the provision or supervision of a lead expert. Now, lead experts are these people who have been in the field for over 8 years or 5 years, and they have a master's degree in a relevant field. So if you've practiced for 5 years and you have a master's degree, then you can apply to be a lead expert. If you do not have a master's degree, then you're going to work as an associate for 8 years, practice for 8 years, and now then you are licensed as a lead expert. The lead expert is the person who is going to take responsibility of all the jobs that you do. If you do an EIA report, it must be signed by a lead expert. So even if you're the person as an associate, you got yourself a job, maybe you have a client who wants an EIA done for them, you go to site, you do the report, but it has to be signed and supervised by a lead expert. And of course, now that is my third point. Point number three is that you search or look, figure out, find somebody whom you're going to work with. That is kind of a mentor. Look for, just don't look for somebody who can sign your reports. Look for somebody who is going to hold your hand. Somebody who is going to answer your questions when you're out there. Because you're starting out. If you go to site, what do you look for? That is the importance of a lead expert to have, especially in the very beginning. Look for somebody who is going to hold your hand, and that person is now the lead expert. Depends. It's you. It's what you want is how you do it. You do it the way you want. But for whatever reason, you must get the lead expert who is going to sign your reports. So that is my personal advice to you, is to look for a person who can mentor you through this journey, somebody who can hold you, somebody who can answer your questions, somebody who is going to guide you into this market. Don't just look for somebody who is just, you pay them, they sign your report, they give you their license, and then you are done. The next time you're speaking is when you have a report. How are you going to grow? Point number four. I think this one is, the moment you know you want to practice as a consultant, I think you should start just familiarize yourself with the laws and the regulations that are in the environment, the space of environment. What rules, what regulations usually guide how the environment is governed? Because as an expert, the problems that the clients are having, one is because they want to develop, and NEMA says you must do this before you develop. So you're solving a problem for your clients. And what you're doing, it is mostly helping them comply to the regulations that have been set. You are helping them to comply. For example, an EIA is a compliance permit or certificate license. So if you do not know what the law says, how are you going to help your client? So I think you need to do a lot of research, reading, just familiarize yourself with the regulations that we have and the laws that we have, acts, guidelines that are really in the field of environment. You cannot be able to practice if you do not know what the EIA regulation says. The other place is that you might go to a company and you are doing an environmental audit for them. The reason they're doing an environmental audit for them, environmental audits are compliance permits or licenses or actions. That is in the compliance department. After you're done with the audit, most probably you will require for them to apply an effluent discharge, an air emission license. So how do you advise your clients if you don't know exactly what licenses are there provided by the law, how much they need to pay for these licenses, when they need to apply for these licenses? I think now that is the whole aspect of laws and regulations, and now the experience that you really need so that you can be able to provide real value to the client. Most of the time I go to site and I see a site and I'm going to advise the client, this is what you need to do now, and this is what you should do in the future. So even in the future, even if they do not contract me for that, for future, maybe for future, the future job, they will remember I told them this and this needs to be done. And most of them, when they fall into trouble with NEMA, at least they will see that you really told them that. And most of them will call you and be like, hey, you told me I did not do what you said. Now we have been found out. Come and help. Okay, so can you learn the laws and the regulation, the permits, the licenses that are usually offered by NEMA, when and how? And you also need to learn about, for example, if there's a complaint or there's an accident that is environmental, what should your client do? How do you advise them if you do not know what the law says? So I think that is very important. Just make sure that these laws are out there in the internet. Read them. Just go through them. NEMA office is open. It's a public office. Go in. Go get your officer. If whatever county, NEMA offices are in all county. Every county has a NEMA office. Go to the office. Find the officer and whoever is in the office. Ask your questions. It's a public office. Go and get information. Because how are you going to advise your clients if you do not know yourself? And remember, these are things that you don't learn in school. Whatever you did in school, you learned. I think you did the basics. You were taught the basics. The foundation was done. But now what is happening right now, you don't know. The laws and the regulations you're reading in school or you're being taught in school now, by the time you're coming outside to here to practice, most of them will be done. Most of them will have changed. Things change very fast. So I think, can you go to the offices, go to the NEMA website? These things are free. You just need bundles. Google. Google is free. So my friend, just be an expert. Don't just finish the degree and now you are done. You want to be an expert. There's a lot of research that you need to do on what is happening in the field. And there's a video that I've done. There is a video that I did on qualities of an entrepreneur, and this could also apply to you. So make sure to check out that video. If you don't watch, go and watch it so that you can also get these you can be able to get these views. Just subscribe to my channel and learn all these things. The other thing that you need, now you know the laws, you know the regulations, you know how NEMA operates, what they usually need, all these things. You have a lead expert, you have your certificates, you have your licenses. What's the last thing that you need? You know what you need? You need to learn how to sell. Yes, you need to know how to sell. Let me tell you, competition outside here is stiff. If you're going to a company, remember you are somebody who is you're starting out. What do you have? What value are you offering? What positioning have you done in the market so that if I want to do a building, I'm going to contact you for an EIA, for an assessment, other than the person who has a company who has done this job for the last 20 years and has a market. Can you now learn how to sell and be creative in your selling strategies? Learn how to sell. Go Google, like I said, read books, teach yourself how to sell, because in environmental school, maybe you're different, but for me, the only economic course I did, I think, was microeconomics and microeconomics in the first year, which I didn't even know what I wanted to do in first year. So I think you need to learn how to sell. Train, teach yourself how to sell. How do you sell yourself outside there? Because you need clients, of course. And clients are not going to come by. And you cannot sit down and wait for referrals. Referrals plays a big part in the consultancy world. Most of your clients are going to be from referrals. But are you going to sit and wait for somebody to market outside there for you and just sit in the office and wait for somebody to come in because they have been referred by a client you worked on? I mean, that is not a sustainable way of doing business. Learn how to market. Be creative in your marketing. If you're already marketing, let me know how you're marketing or how you think, the methods, strategies you think you're planning to put in place to market. Maybe you could tap into the online marketing. There are very few people who in the field of environment who are tapping into the online market, the digital marketing. Maybe that is where you should be headed now. Anyway, that is just a hack I'm giving. So if you're watching to this point, I hope these points have given you some insight into the world. Subscribe to my channel, share this video with somebody else. If you still have more questions, please feel free to comment down. Comment down in the comment section. Leave your question there. I will answer. I'll email you. I will do anything I can to help you. But of course, you have to subscribe to my channel first. I mean, you give me something, I give you, like value for value. So I'll see you in the next video. But till then, don't give up. Don't give up.